If we go back to the World Cup final, Messi was the difference in that game. Is he still capable of being the difference, and does Argentina still need him against what we're all saying is a very good Colombia squad on Sunday to be that difference maker, or is there another path for them to win?
What we want to see is a progression from what we saw in the last match. We were all waiting to see, is there going to be those handful of dynamic movements per half that we know Messi is then going to be able to roll back the years and say, there's a decisive moment. If we can see 3 or 4 more of those a half, then yes, he can be extremely influential. Again, what is the energy level of Colombia going to be like? If there is that little bit of space for him to drop off, turn, and dictate play, then 100%. If they can have the energy and get tight and kick him a little bit and make things awkward, then yeah, they can try, but there's so many other pieces that Argentina has as well to be able to punish you. And we saw a much better version of that in the Canada match than we did in the Ecuador match.
You think this will be a Messi game or somebody else is the hero?
I can never bet against Messi, it being a Messi game in a final.
Wait a second. You just bet against Argentina.
No. Yeah. Hold on.
you just bet against Argentina.
Listen to the question.
What did you just say? You can never bet against Messi, and you'll never bet against Messi, but you just bet against Argentina.
Listen to the question, okay?
I listened to the question, and I'm listening to your answer.
Mbappe had a better game than Messi, correct? Correct?
In the final,
So there could be somebody who has a better game than Messi, and they can pull it out. What I'm trying to say here is, Messi, for whatever reason, turns it on in these finals. Turns it on when the lights are on. And he's at home in Miami. I just think the way that Colombia is playing right now. Today, James Rodriguez had a man marker at Betancourt. He ends up going out injured. And the one time you can't mark him is on a set piece, on a corner kick. And he puts in a brilliant ball, which Rochet can't get to. And Menes gets dunked on, and there's a goal.
You gotta be kidding.
6 assists. I know Alejandro Moreno hates this, but
it's not. I don't hate it. But of all the services that James Rodriguez has played in this tournament,
that was a good ball.
It's a floated ball to the back post, and it's more about Jefferson Lerma dunking on his defender and Rochet, the goalkeeper from Uruguay, not making the decision to come out or stay back. Let's not make that into James Rodriguez serving a great ball. That is not the conversation, please.
Serve the ball. He's there again. What I'm trying to say is, I just, for whatever reason, see it lining up for Colombia. Momentum is a...
So you're betting against Messi then?
Yeah, hold on. I'm betting against Argentina, not against Messi being a good player. There's a difference there. Messi can be a good player in this. If you're asking me, would I put it past Messi to play well in a final? No, that's not what we're talking about here. Colombia is a more balanced team. They're a better team. There are less questions asked of this team who's been in a harder bracket.
If Messi has a bad game, Ale,
yes,
can Argentina beat Colombia?
Depending who else is on the field. And that depends on the choices that Lionel Scaloni makes.
What are the right choices there?
Well, obviously, Julian Alvarez has to play.
Okay.
And I think Angel Di Maria needs to be on the field. And so to answer your question about not only if Lionel Messi plays poorly, can they win, previous question as well, I'll say Angel Di Maria has to play an important role for this team. We saw the impact that he had on the game against Canada because of his willingness to do different things. There is flexibility to his game. Angel Di Maria can tuck inside and can make out of the midfield from deeper positions. Angel Di Maria still, at this point in his career, can still run in behind. He can run in behind, and in running in behind, he provides a threat. What does that do? Similar to what Daniel Munoz could potentially do for Colombia down the right-hand side. When Di Maria pushes down the right-hand side, Lionel Messi can shift over, and now he has space because Di Maria, in running in behind, drags the left back and the center back into that space, which then allows Lionel Messi to float underneath and have a whole lot of space facing forward. And so Di Maria has to have a big game. When he has a big game, what does that mean? Copa America winning goal against Brazil in Brazil. When Di Maria has a big game, World Cup final, counterattack goal, because he's willing to run in behind. Di Maria may just be the key between Argentina winning or losing if Lionel Messi is not at his best.
Can I just very quickly add to that? I agree 100% what you're saying. And this is his last game. At the international level. It's going to mean something for him. That's extra motivation. It's going to be an emotional game for him.
I think the also thing that we noticed in the Ecuador game, unfit Messi trying to really be on the field, but really shouldn't have been on the field. And then what we saw was the rest of the midfield disappearing. And we saw in the first 5 minutes of the match against Canada, Rodrigo de Paul, McAllister, we saw some combination play. We saw them link and move, and then Messi joining in, which was non-existent against Ecuador. So the supporting cast, we know, is so important around Lionel Messi right now. That supporting cast was non-existent in the game where they, let's be honest, they got a little lucky and they got out. And the experience and the quality of player and everything just got them through that bad day. I think it's still extremely important for Lionel Messi to have a good game if the supporting cast as well has a very good game around
And
him.
you're talking about the midfield and the importance of midfield for Argentina. Let's go deep in the analysis then. What happened with Richard Rios tonight? He had to come off the field injured. What's the status of that injury, and how does that affect the midfield of Colombia?
No Rios, no Munoz. That's disaster, right?
That's all I'm saying. And no Rios shifting on the right-hand side, no Munoz shifting on the right-hand side. That right-hand side for Colombia becomes, I suppose, exposed.
And is it almost then? You know, we talk about how Argentina has to defend with a man less. Does Colombia also have to defend with a man less with James Rodriguez?
Yeah, it probably
is
evens itself out.
is it then and even itself out? And if you even itself out with the fatigue, the players missing for Colombia, it goes back to, I think, why Ollie and I are kind of looking at that Argentinian side and how this is going to be a tough task for Colombia, even though they're running away with confidence and the streak and everything.
Sunday's final at